Hello and welcome to the first ever sit-down comedy. Now I'll be doing this sitting down, but feel free to stand up if that's where you're more comfortable. You might find it a bit strange that you're currently resting on my crotch. I suddenly feel a bit strange doing this, but we just have to live with that for now. This comedy show is hosted tonight from my room, which I'd like to say that I do love it when I come here. It's always been a real favourite place of mine. One of the best places to do a gig, in fact. The fans here are some of the best I've ever experienced in the world, I would say. I mean, I've never had a bad gig here, and it has a real place in my heart. I feel like I've got a connection here. I've got roots here. I mean, only yesterday I was passing through on the way to the bathroom, and obviously I'll be back soon to do another gig, possibly even tonight. So hope you'll stay tuned for that. Obviously, as it is a public gig, there are some housekeeping rules which we need to abide by, as safety is paramount, so that we can all have a really great night. Just letting you know, there are no planned fire alarms. So if you have any safety concerns about that, then it shouldn't really be a problem. I mean, if you do see any smoke billowing out from behind me, or anything suspicious at all, then please feel free to leave a comment below. And I mean, I'll probably be dead by that point. And actually, if I'm dead, this probably wouldn't get out, but probably like the end of Stan, it'll somehow seep out into the public eye, and everyone will know that you at least tried to do the right thing. Now, you're probably wondering why it is a headless comedy and not one of a fully bodied person. Well, I want to add a little bit of mystery to my comedy shows and really keep you guessing, wondering if that man in from HR, maybe balding Keith over in the corner there, or the girl on the train. I mean, I'm not saying I'm Emily Blunt. I'm definitely not Emily Blunt. But you never know. Could be Roger, the big black bodybuilder from the gym, who keeps asking you to spot him, even though if it came to it, really, what are you going to do? It's definitely going to break you. You'll find yourself, hopefully by the end of this, just looking at people a bit differently and looking across the office and thinking, could it be David? I mean, he's quite a funny person generally. I mean, I've seen him do a few jokes at lunch and there's a lot of laughter going on afterwards. So it could be David. I really hope it's David because I do hate him. And he's coming across pretty awfully now. No, it seems that everything's got to have a gimmick nowadays. And I'm sort of hoping that this is my gimmick. It all started back with Apple, really, didn't it? All that time ago, when they started producing products that sort of sounded like unfinished sentences. They started off with the iPhone. iPhone, who exactly? Then, more recently, there was the one that sounded like Bob Marley's music teacher. iTunes. And then finally, to top it off, this year, they released a product which was probably used by the people investigated in Operation U-Tree, the iWatch. No, in reality, this is all just an escape route in case it all goes a bit Pete Tong. For all my international followers out there, which I imagine there are quite a few, or northerners as I like to call them, there's probably quite a few less now. Pete Tong is Cockney rhyming slang, whereby words that rhyme are used to replace other words. Why? That's just a question. I'd really like somebody to tell me in the comments, if possible. So, for example, there's the Cockney term apple and pears, which is for mares. So, Cockneys would often used to say, "Oh, I'm just going up the apple and pears," meaning, obviously, going up the mares. Obviously, that's more of an olden day term for bestiality. You've really got to be careful with that one. You don't want to be found using that one in the wrong social circles. It's quite a good hint there, just in case you find yourself at a dinner party using Cockney rhyming slang, which I tend to do quite a lot. Another Cockney rhyming slang example is, it's a bit longer, this one. So it goes, "How much is that dog in the window? The one with the wiggly tail," which is a slang Cockney rhyming slang term for how much is bail. Yep, so back to Pete Tong, which just really is wrong. Yeah, that's it. Just Pete Tong equals wrong. No, the real reason is that I have horrific stage fright. Sort of imagine watching Lee Evans after he's just got out of the pool following a session with Tom Daley, and then you get a perfect image in your mind of what I'm like on stage. Now I'm just going to break into a little bit of comedy that you can relate to. Sort of a little bit like Michael McIntyre. He likes to do a bit of that, doesn't he? Something that you can imagine yourself as a general public member just doing generally as you're walking around. So you're just walking down the road, maybe. You're walking down the road in London. You see what I'm getting at? Yes. You can tell that I'm pretty good at this relation comedy. You're all thinking, I know exactly what you mean. So I'm walking down the road. Now this is back to me being nervous, sorry. So there I am. Just imagine me walking down, sorry, not the road. People don't really walk down roads. So I'm walking down the street, or the footpath, you might say. Just looking around, looking at everybody. You can imagine that. Just, they're all doing it, aren't they? They're just there, casually, not even really thinking about it. They're just passing each other by, not even looking. Some of them on their phones quite often. And there's me, the end of the road. Have to prepare myself mentally before starting my way. Plan a good path, a good distance beforehand. There I am walking towards somebody. I'm thinking, oh my God, in my head, there I am. Oh my God, we're both in the middle of the road. I'm just going to go left. There's no dissuading me from the left now. I'm just going to go left. You're not even looking, and I'm just going to go left. And there I am, left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh God, oh, you're getting very close now. Oh, I've gone left. Oh, you've gone right. Oh, there you are, just stopping next to me. We're both just looking at each other, and I'm just looking round thinking, this doesn't happen to anybody else. Why has it happened to me? Anyway, just one more thing for you today. Don't swear. Not a fan of swearing. Although, to be fair, if I probably did swear, I'd end up being a lot more funny, really, wouldn't I? So might have to adapt to this new environment. And I know. Yeah, I've got one more thing. I'm going to break the rules. One more thing. I know I just said one more thing, but I've got one more thing. So I originally had two things. Now I've got one thing. Kids are stupid. That's my statement. No, it's a bold one. But back when I was at school, did go there. One of those kids went to school. Not many of us around anymore. There I was, not swearing, and obviously everyone else was having the time of their lives. You know, effing and jeffing, as people say. People who don't want to swear, like me. And in their great intelligence, some kids decided it would be a great idea to place money on the fact that I didn't swear. So there they were, placing their bets on me to swear. With me. They actually placed their bets with me whether I would swear. I rest my case. Please, if you've even laughed just once, share this with your friends so I can become an absolute star. Thank you. Goodbye.